Welcome back, survivors, to New Beginnings, Episode 2, 7 Days to Die Console Edition. I'm still working on gathering resources. I started in the desert in Episode 1. I found a place to shack up, and right now I'm just still gathering materials before it gets nightfall, and then I will kind of skill up and cower in the darkness. Hit a few of these. Yeah. One thing good about nurses is they got the painkillers going on. I'm going to try not to edit these videos too much, but if the repetition goes on for like mining or whatnot for quite a while, I might speed it up a bit, add a little bit of music, but other than that, everything's pretty much just straightforward. God, I almost hit that thing. Gotta watch out for these cactus. Clear them out a little bit here. I don't plan on staying in this building for too long, probably one night, but I'll just kind of at least work on the exterior a little bit here. Maybe I might choose to return sometime, who knows. Can't say that the console's graphics, of course, are not as good as the PC, but they're actually not too bad in certain aspects. I mean, for a voxel game on a console that was made last gen, I mean, it's pretty darn good. I mean, only thing you can compare this to really are, let's see, kind of the hybrids. Actually, the only thing we can really compare this to on console is Minecraft. As far as the voxel, I mean, No Man's Sky has partial voxel going on, but not to the extent that 7 Days to Die does. That's why No Man's Sky looks so beautiful. One big problem is wood. All these little nubs, they give a little bit of wood, but I got a few pine cones, I think, and I'll be set, or maple seeds. That's kind of one thing that they could have added in the PC versions of the different alphas is a couple more different tree varieties, possibly, you know, because I think they still just have the same three: the blue, the pine cones, the pine, and the maples. So you could add like all kinds of like dogwood or birch or palm. I mean, this is in Arizona, so they do have a few different varieties of tree there. Pop her in the head a little bit here. Damn, she's resilient. There we go. Oh! Ah! Look, I got a little cactus in the old bum bum there. What you got? Nothing. Alright. Where's Mama Zom? There she is. That's one thing I remember from console is losing track of the corpses. Especially when they turn to the gore pile, they kind of meld into the landscape pretty well. Oh, got it again. And yeah, it looks like she melted into the landscape all the way. I can't find her at all. Get rid of this guy. Okay, where... Things are all over the place. Alright. Now, let's get some more wood, I guess. I was hoping to get like a bone or something from one of these gore piles. I don't know if that is even a possibility with a stone axe as a random, but I know with like a deer, you're usually guaranteed at least one bone with a stone axe, if I remember correctly. Or it was very common that you got a bone. So I definitely need that. I think chickens and all those, they don't really give that. Or at least that one chicken that I got last episode, he didn't give one. I'll pop some of these stones down here. Now I'm going to keep using the axe for a little bit, get the construction tools up, and then I will be switching to the shovel. Use that shovel for the mining. I think what I'm going to do at nighttime is, or close to it, I'm going to pop that safe open, but I know it's going to take a long time, but it will up my mining skill if I use the shovel on it. I'm gonna mine under the cabin, which is not advisable, but I'm gonna do it where, as long as you do like a single wide passage pretty much, which I'm gonna try to do because I don't have a mining helmet. Ooh, what do we got here? Well, that's a nice wood club right there. Actually, that could be a little better than the iron one I have. I have to see damage wise. Definitely higher level. Alright. Kind of get rid of that water. I know it sounds weird, but I'll have a bad feeling that I'm not going to find a cooking pot for a while, so I'll use the water up first, and then that way I'll have a little bit more room for the yucca juice. Or at least try to do it that way. Or keep the rest of the empty jars, and then murky water, and then yucca juice. Kind of keep it down to 3 slots if I can. I forgot all about these stones, man. Stones are fantastic on console. Kind of wish they still had it in a PC version. I mean, they have them, but they don't give you the render of a random like rare resource at the end of the destruction stage on them. I think these guys give like 3 stages, and at the end of each stage you can get like coal nitrate or lead, which is really nice. And if I'm not correct, I think the end you get, as long as you finish a stone off, you get a good amount of stone. Maybe not. I thought you got like a bonus amount of stone, but I think I'm wrong on that. I think it's just the rare resource, which is still really good. I'm going to handcraft some gunpowder, which is also something I never used to do just because the return is really bad, but It's either that or just store it in some box somewhere that I'll probably never go back to pick up, so might as well just use it while I can. You never know. If I get like a exploding crossbow bolt schematic early on, or I think you can make pipe bombs, if I'm not correct, still, without a schematic, but it's been a while. I have to see where we go. Well, it's pummeled Pete'd his ass. Let's chop him up. A little bit of fat off of him. Probably should have went to the gym a little bit more. It wouldn't have got popped in the head so easily. Should probably keep an eye on the map. Never know. I mean, this random gen, it's Roobie gen, random gen. I haven't really looked at like all of the different things on this map. I just read that it was a really a decent map for random gen. But if this one has like a Toss's Stone Axe like location, man, I miss those days of finding that Toss's. I think I remember that thing had a pretty good entity damage early game. If you got a hold of it, it was pretty good. I mean, you could do quite a bit of damage with it. But it was more novelty than anything. But still, I mean, if you found it early on, it's pretty damn cool. If you found it later on, it's still cool, but you probably are not going to use it. Just keep it locked up in a safe somewhere. Okay, I'm getting a little bit better with its controls. Like, it's starting to feel a little bit better now. I really should have switched to controller on PC just to get myself acclimated again. And I might just do that, like, when I go back to playing a little bit of that. And I'll probably do that as like a side upload if I ever do that, but that won't be for quite some time. I want to at least play like 1 to 2 playthroughs of this, and then I'll probably, like, between the two, still upload one day with a console, and then the next day it's PC, go back and forth as I go. This is like pretty promising. I mean, I don't see in the distance too much in the way of other biomes, and the one next to me is that forest, so it's not too bad so far. Grab some of this. Get hold of some mushroom spores. Those are really good also. What did I do with those? I think those ones were food and water, which is kind of weird. Fungus, but I guess fungus can, like, it'll soak up water. But I never really pictured that as giving a good water source. Yucca, on the other hand, is one the root that you dig up, you can actually get quite a bit of water from. A lot of survivalists use that as an aside to cactus, you know. I think it's part of the cactus family. I'm not totally positive, but it's not cactus. It's definitely its own beast. But I can see why they put it as cactus giving it, because that'd be a whole different fruit altogether. I mean, botanists still can't figure out really whether banana is a fruit or a herb. There's a lot of arguments going on that I've read about that, which is kind of weird. I consider a fruit. I mean, a lot of people talk about the whole seed thing, but I don't think the seed, if I remember correctly, is not very accurate for determining fruit and vegetable. What do we have over here? God, I love this, man. You can see for eons, you can see the minute I say there ain't gonna be no zombies sneaking up on me, here they come, you know. Especially in 7 days, how they just like to pop in out of nowhere. I mean, not as bad as the PC version now. Holy crap, that's insane. Could be like really right next to it, but if it doesn't trigger with the eventing that they have going on there, it's good for the jump scares, that's for sure. Oh my god, I already see the lockbox is full of crafted stone axes and shovels coming. I'm gonna try not to do that too bad. I usually will go crazy and like try to get, you know, up to the 400s if I can, which is insane, crafting wise, doing it in a short amount of time. But I'll try to like spend like literally a full day in game just crafting those until I make it to that level, and holy crap is that mind numbing. So I'm just gonna kinda, as I go, you know, each night if I can do a few, but not all, you know. Once I get a little bit more acclimated and a little bit more, got some armor maybe, some health kits maybe, or just a good amount of bandages, I'll do night running. I'm already kind of terrified about the hub cities. Holy crap. If I remember correctly, that is just that's instant end game stage. You can literally be first day and show up at the outside of Hub City and you've got like 4 dogs, a couple cops, and spiders just like running after you. I mean, by far the dogs and the ferals are the most terrorizing. At least that was for me. Dogs are really bad, actually. Ferals are pretty bad, but dogs are horrible. If you got like either a good aim or good response time with a bat, you can take care of them okay. If you don't, it's best to have like a shotgun or something like that for those bad boys, because those dogs, man, they will get you. Usually Or at least this playthrough, I'll probably be looking at land spikes, even though they're like 100 wood. If I even have the inclination that there might be multiple dogs coming at me. Especially if I don't have any, what is it, antibiotic cure, honey, whatever. Because those guys will bleed you out and give you the herpes, man, really bad. Dogs are really good at getting that. This is because they attack so fast, you know. So a little bit of coffee to wake me up here. Trying to figure out what to save. I'm thinking like plastic. Looks like it's pretty expensive for the trader. I remember back in the day, the only thing I could remember that was like something that was sold for a ridiculous amount were the empty blood bags. Like for some reason the trader would buy those things for, it was a pretty good amount of coin. And you do a pop-in pills and you got like, you'll get quite a few of them. Like if you're lucky on a run, you'll get like a good amount of a stack of those things. And seeing how it's like I hardly ever remembered to use them to fill up for blood. And back before they implemented traders, I would just literally leave them. I'd use them as like placeholders if I'm like inside a city and I'm next to a couple real good stores. One of my tricks was you put one fiber or whatever kind of garbage resource or something that's not expensive into the box after you looted it. That way the loot will respawn if you can remember the day that you did it, even if you're close by. Because it used to be like if you planted your base like on top of the tool store or whatever, nothing would respawn because you're always close by. It's like a game mechanic of that. You had to be away from that area or that chunk or whatever they deem it for 5 days total. That means that you can't ever peek in once or it would reset it. But if you put one little thing like that in, you remember the day that you looted everything. And then after 5 days, then you pull that fiber out, wait a second, and it will flip over to untouched, and you can open it and reloot it again. Little trick. Something a lot of people don't really know. I actually figured that out. What was it? I was talking, it was like one guy knew about it, and then he ended up putting it up on like Reddit or something somewhere, but I still don't really see anything about that, and I still see that question pop up a lot, and so I try to, wherever I'm on, try to answer it or explain it if I can to them. It's hard to kind of type that out as an explanation, but it does work for this version and also in the PC version, I believe. So same thing. Don't have to worry about all the PC. I think they fixed it a little bit. I think if you're still really close by, it won't do it. It might have to do with maybe your bedroll or just you being really close. I hadn't really tested that out yet with Alpha 21, but definitely works console, which is nice. It's a little like, takes a little bit of time, but if you know, you don't have to put it in every container. Just put it in the ones that are really nice, like the tool boxes or the pop and pill cases, or if you're looking for schematics in the Crack-a-Book bookcases, all that, you know. just in those, and then that way, you know, those things that you're still kind of looking for, you don't have to worry about if you're driving past there that it doesn't reset it. For like smaller maps, I mean, on random gen, it's not gonna really matter that much. Ah, God, I can't. I'm so used to picking those up. I'm just gonna hack that. Hack all this plastic up. If I had a wrench, that would have been great, but not gifted the wrench. Let's keep one each. That's not too bad, I guess. Alright, well, I think I'm gonna crack into that safe. This might take a while, so I might just speed this up and add a little music. I don't know, but we'll go ahead and do that, and because I'm gonna try to break through this thing. I just gotta see what's inside, even though I know it's gonna be horrible. Alright, alright. Oh man, so close. Sorry everybody. Like I hopefully I sped this up and did something, but I don't know. It feels like this has been a long time.
Brother, no, man.
Well, that sucks. Alright, well, I mean, I knew it was going to be like that. I knew it. I had to still break into it. I had to do it. Give me a little something to do. It up that mining a little bit. I was hoping that last pop would have done it, because usually that last pop of breaking something will, give you a greater amount of experience. Here, let's go green here and plant a few pine cones without getting murdered, hopefully. Might make it a little easier for me to see this place when I come back. Definitely not probably going to be here before they grow fully, but you never know. I mean, I would like to do a series where I just basically am stuck in one spot and I literally can't go anywhere. It's beginning, the first house that I see, I've got to shack up in it, and the whole game I got to play there. So I basically rely. I mean, I can go out and hunt a little bit, but only for I don't know. I'd have to do a range, maybe I'll do with crates or something. Do a range of 100 boxes, and something comes in, and I'm able to kill it in that area, like a deer or whatever, then it's mine. But if it escapes, then I can't get it. And then everything that I get basically is from that area via mining. Might have to make it a larger area because I mine the whole thing up probably. But just that one house, and then all the looting that I get are from zombies. So the zombie kills that I get, I might do that as the next episode, or next series that I do. Be kind of that Minecraft-esque skyblock. Sure, it won't last very long. I don't know how you kind of could survive. I mean, unless your RNG at the beginning is really good, and then maybe that house has a forge in it, or if you had gotten the right amount of pipes and killed a few deer in that area early on to make a forge. But yeah, your schematics you're fucked. It's gonna be bow and club. That's pretty much it. Yeah. You don't have a cooking pot. I don't know. I don't even know how you would survive. If you were not next to the desert and had gotten, even if you did get yucca, if you hadn't gotten looted a hoe, or had gotten access to making a forge to craft a hoe, yeah, man, you're gonna die over and over for water. You would have to be really lucky, have a water source for the house or near the house, then pray for being able to make a forge to make a bucket and make a hoe and make a cooking pot, and then you would have to take that bucket and do the water glitch, where you basically you have the 4 blocks, and then you do the water pail empty, and then you scoop up the corner, and then you fill up your water jar with the rest of what's left. I think to do that challenge, you would have to, it wouldn't be the first house you get to, it'd be the first when you had both found a water source and you had the ability to actually make a full-on forge. And then it would start with that house and you couldn't leave. And I think that might be how that goes. Because if you don't, if you don't get that RNG, you're done. I mean, that's the end. I mean, you'll just die over and over. I mean, I guess you could. It'd just be constant dying over and over until you finally got lucky and got the animal and the looting from the zombies to get to make a forge, and got a yucca fruit seed from one of the zombie corpses, and then you use that seed to finally make a garden with yucca, and then you can grow yucca, and then you can allow it yucca juice and yucca fruit and whatever vegetables you can grow in there. I'm going to do a lot of this mining here just to kind of the darkness. If I could just be lucky, hopefully I get a mining helmet soon. It's not something that's absolutely needed, but wow, quality of life right there, my friends. Especially on console. It's just so damn dark, you know. I mean, they say you can turn your gamma all the way up, but and my gamma is pretty high on here. But I still want to kind of make use of the torch, so kind of use this torch here. Didn't want to do that. There we go. Yeah, good part about mining too in the sand, it's so quick. I'll get a lot of sand, but I also get stone as part of it, which is really nice. If I get lucky, who knows, maybe I come run into some whale shell, which I could save and sell to a trader for quite a bit. But mostly just to get my mining skill up. It's so quick, the blocks break so fast that the skill for your mining goes up really quick. So that'll help out in pumping up that miner 69er. And once you put points in the miner 69er, that increases the experience you gain from mining on top of it all, because you are mining more resources per hit now, which adds to that experience. So in the long run, I mean, min-maxing wise, kind of, if you want to advance quicker, getting miner 69er early on and just mining, it's going to level you up pretty quick, and then you can use those extra points. I mean, you could get the same level without putting it in miner 69er of like pummel peed or whatever you want to go for as far as combat is concerned. But if you do it this way, you're going to have both. You'll have the ability to break through things a little quicker, which is a lot of houses, and eventually, you know, safes, since there's no lock picking. It's just it's kind of a nice extra skill to have. And then if you're building a base that's going to be, you know, late game, it'll be nice to have this early on, because that'll just be those extra resources. And if you're into the trader runs, you know, that on top of that, you know, you're selling them concrete or you're selling them oil shale, whatever you're getting. It's really good. So I think I'm gonna probably close to here. I'm gonna speed it up. It's gonna get kind of boring. We'll go mine just a little bit longer, or pretty much close to the end of the night cycle. Try to get some skill ups here if I can, but we'll probably end up speeding this up a little bit. Add a little music if I can, make it a little more interesting. Okay, enough digging this trench, Cool Hand Luke. Let's go up and I think work on my blunt weapon skill, I think. We'll see. Just gotta find a block up here to like bust on. These railings could be good. Maybe the chair. Let's install. I don't even really know why. I guess for access, I could just leave the door and upgrade it, but I'll pop this box here. You know, I could just put it anywhere. Come on. Let's put it up there. It's got to look good, right? Just like to be able to open the door. I mean, kind of a waste, but I don't know. Everything kind of works a little bit in its own. Up to my miscellaneous crafting skill a little bit, I guess. I mean, making a door. Might as well have got extra wood. There we go. Yeah, nothing. I didn't take the. I don't think I took the stairs out the bottom there, so it will have to do. Just maybe level up my blunt skill and then maybe craft some shovels in the same time. Try to do 2 in 1. Don't have much more until it's morning, so. Coffee in this one is so much better than in Alpha 21. Alpha 21, it's like it's got like a boost for the stamina, but you lose wellness by drinking it, and I think you lose water as well, which is kind of crazy, kind of crazy trade-off, because like yucca juice and all that still gives you a good bonus of stamina, but you get hydration and you get wellness, so I don't really used it enough. Mostly use beer, but alright, let's get to work here. I'll smack the last of this club out here. Does a bit more damage, so I'll be able to break the blocks a little bit quicker, and I want to upgrade it anyways because I'm making arrows, so my weapon skill is going to be so much better after this. I'll scrap the club after it's done. And it's already done. Oh well, that's good. I mean, it was getting close anyway. Give me a little bit of that metal back. This one actually hits pretty hard, the one I found, but the durability is pretty low on it. I don't think I can repair this one either, so I'll just use this up. After all these arrows are crafted, I'm sure I'll have more than enough. Yeah, it's going up. I think 5, and that's the next Pummel Pete bottleneck. Is it like 5 skill? I'll have to check. I mean, I really don't need to check it on. I'm not going to buy that for a little bit. Scrap that before it breaks. Rolling in the yucca. There we go. Make us some juice. Probably don't need that much juice. Like, always when I want to add extra, and then that's the moment that I find the cooking pot. Like, the first thing I loot right outside of the house the next morning, and it's a cooking pot. I don't be like, ah. Yeah, look at that. That club, yeah. Now that's club right there. Alright, ending episode 2 Survivors. And I hope to see you all on episode 3. And hopefully we'll get to a better spot to camp out. But anyways, everybody, thanks for watching. And have a good one.